sorry guys, I need to do this. One more round of applause for these people. These are individuals I look up to, and I'm very happy to have them on stage, and I'm honored to be sharing the stage with these individuals. Some of you guys that know me, some of you guys might not. My name is Roy Dunia. I'm the co-founder, CEO of Chartaddicts, and we also run the Expert Trader podcast. These amazing individuals have stopped by the podcast, shared their journeys, and given us an incredible amount of insight. Who here has watched the Expert Trader podcast series? Just a show of hands. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're going to be doing the same thing, but live with some of these incredible individuals. I want to ask the first question to Luke Longmire. Okay, Luke is somebody who's exceptionally busy and has a lot of different streams of income. So Luke, I want to hear it from you. The most important thing that folks are probably thinking is, I have a job when I go back after the summit. How am I supposed to balance a family, a job, and trading? So Luke, could you give us a little bit of insight on time management, how you think about time management, how you were able to balance trading and some of your other businesses?
So I'll start off with, there's a book you can read called The Power of Focus by Jack Canfield. And I used to run gyms for a living. I was a general manager at a gym. And the biggest thing for me was time blocks, right? So every hour of the day, most of my friends and everybody that is close with me, they know that if they call me, I'm not going to answer my phone, right? Because every hour, every half hour is designated to something, right? So for me, like the morning, when I was working at a gym, I had to block off a certain amount of time, 1-2 hours to either study and or trade. That time is only for trading, right? I don't mix it up. There's no such thing as multitasking. A lot of people think, oh, I can multitask, and that's actually false, right? When you're doing 90% of something, you're doing 100% of nothing. So what I would challenge yourself to do, if you're new to trading, if you're in the midst of it, you're coming up or whatever, is figure out a schedule for you, because one of the biggest things is like, I don't consider myself as a trader, right? I'm an entrepreneur that knows how to trade and a businessman. So for that, what I want to do is when I'm scheduling my day, right, is have those time blocks, right, but break it down to the half hour, but also schedule your BS time, right? Because you got to have that time for yourself, your family, for your friends, and everything like that.
All right, I want to take this to someone who's dealt with a lot of different types of time pressures. Jessica, how did you deal with time management early in your journey while you were learning trading? Because I'm assuming it wasn't the only thing you were doing.
Yeah, no. So one, I don't believe in time management at all. I don't think there's a such thing as balance. I think it's a such thing as priorities and what you prioritize. And so you have to decide what's the most important for you and whatever it is that you're doing. I knew trading could change my life. I knew that this skill set, once you learn it and you master it, okay, because it is a journey, 100%, but once you master it, the sky is the limit. Like, there are no limits. You can have whatever it is that you want to have. You can be whatever it is that you want it to be. So that was my main priority. It was nothing else. It was nobody else. It was no relationship. It was like, okay, I got to get it.
Andy, can you talk to us about that journey of investing in yourself as a trader, and then at some point it starts to pay back and you start to invest in other things?
Yeah, so I mean, that's how my journey obviously started, was in crypto, and then stocks before crypto, and then crypto. And as I started trading crypto, getting profits from that, I opened up several businesses. The last big brick and mortar we had was Fit Plus Mills that we ran. And I mean, just seeing that turn profits as well. And then you skip to Forex, and with Forex, take the profits out of that in crypto, and then you're investing in that. So, that's what helped build it. And as you heard him say earlier, as you make more money, you're building these businesses, more money flows back in. So it's not just trading. And I've seen that more and more that I've been in the Forex market and hanging out with more people, is they're not just traders. I learned that with Anthony Williams. The first time I met up with him was, he's not just a trader, he's an entrepreneur, he's a business owner. And then you start hearing about all these other traders that have all the other businesses. It's like, wow, they're taking their Forex profits, building other businesses, and that's paying them more money. So then it becomes, like you said, a robot. You sit down, you click the button, get the trade, get the money, boom, invest.
Now, another individual who's doing something very interesting is Jason is playing for the Fan-Controlled Football League, which is a new sports league that's basically ran by celebrities, and celebrities own the sports teams, and people who are, like the fans actually get to choose the players, they get to vote on the jerseys and everything else. So, Jason, first off, can you talk to us about that experience real quick?
And just to give you, drop some names of like people who's involved in the league: Quavo, Destroying, Bob Menery, Drewski. I'm playing with Johnny Manziel tomorrow. I have to fly back to Atlanta for the game. Terrell Owens. So like, you never want to put limitations on like what God can do in your life. And just when you think one door is closed, another opens, and it could just be a pause for that season. That's the biggest thing, is like, You might think something's getting taken out of your life, but it could just be for a season, and there's a reason for that season. Because now I'm playing professional football, and I'm one of the best traders in the world, right? And I'm not saying that on some ego or pride, but that's how you should feel about yourself. Most of the time when you go to war, the people who win are the ones who got more to fight for. And right now, all you guys are fighting for is your freedom. You don't want my tattoos. You don't want the car I drive. You don't want the apartment I live in Atlanta. You want my freedom. And that's my idol is Harriet Tubman, right? Because she got free and then went back. It wasn't enough to be free. I'm here to serve right now, honestly. I'm here to serve. So it's like I wanted to figure out how could I get it across. And right then, when I said, what is your profession, people half asked, ahu. So you telling me you came hours and hours and hours to be here. You showed up to the war and had no fight? What I want y'all to take away from this is every single day, remind yourself why you're fighting.
On the topic of freedom, James, a lot of folks follow you on social media. They see you living a certain lifestyle where you get to travel and you seem to have this sense of freedom. Did you always have that? Is this something that came with trading?
I've always been free-spirited, but I wouldn't say I had the means to, live out that type of lifestyle, no.
Okay, so then how did trading really impact your life in order to have the freedom to travel?
Just changing your perspective on money, honestly, Most people, they have jobs, they work, they understand the value of money, but they understand like how accessible it really is, and us, we know they print money every fucking day, right? So I feel like most people's perception of money is really skewed because it's like the ocean. It's like once you know how to trade, it's like just taking buckets of water out of the ocean. There's plenty more where that came from, So once you figure it out, it's like wow, like why would I ever trade my time for money when I can just trade my money for money and keep all the time? At the end of the day, everyone knows time is the most valuable commodity in the world. So I'll lose money. I don't care if I lose $100,000 tomorrow. As long as I got all my time, like, I'm good. Like, as long as I can live, I don't need, anything. I want to find the nicest things there is, but I don't need all that. As long as I can wake up and not have to answer to anybody, I busted my ass. I worked plenty of jobs, and just I'm grateful for that every day. I never forget where I came from as far as that because I used to work 80-hour weeks, bro, like hustling, bro,